guys, it's Catherine and you're watching CUKpop today, and today we're just gonna relax and just sit down and chit chat. So I have food here because I have not eaten yet today, and so I have sweet and sour chicken from China Fang. It's a Chinese restaurant close to us, and they give you a lot of chicken. And it's my favorite thing there. It's like so good. The chicken is like perfectly fried and it's crispy and it's amazing. And then I got rice. But so we have a lot to talk about. Things in K-pop, things with this channel, things in my life specifically that will affect this channel. So let's get started. So this last year, I live in Texas, and this last year I've been really focusing on school and a little bit of work. Like, I have a job, but it's part-time. It's nothing like ridiculously hard or anything. And I've been just going to a community college here for like the last 2 years. Actually, last 2 years, I guess, like when I started this channel. It was maybe a semester before I started at community college, and that's been great. I've just been getting my G's done, my general education classes and everything. But now, because it's community college, it's only 2 more years, or it's only 2 years, and so now it's time to transfer. And I had a couple colleges that I was thinking of doing. I had, that looks so good. I had a couple colleges that I was thinking of going to, but my major is film, and I would like to be a director of film, and so that's pretty difficult to, like, to educate. Not very many colleges have a really good film program. They might have a photography major, or, maybe like a radio major, but like they don't have like a full-on film major with like the whole sets, the lights, the cameras. You've got to make a thesis film and everything, so it's on a different level. And so it's been such a pain, because typically if your university does have a film major, it's a good university and it's kind of hard to get into. So I was really looking at UT Austin. They have a good film program, and I was looking at this school on the East Coast called Liberty University. It's a Christian college, and it's the largest Christian college in the world. Well, my family are Christians. Personally, I'm not a practicing Christian, so that wasn't a draw for me or anything, but they do have a good film program. So, all in all, long story short, your girl is going to the East Coast. And I was really debating between going to the East to go to university, get my degree, or going west and like living in California, working and paying bills, paying rent, just like trying that out for a while. But I think it's better for me to get a degree. It'll be done in 2 to 3 years, so just get it done. I'm already in the middle of university. I'm already doing school. I'm already, like, I'm in it. It's kind of a pain to like start school and then take a year off, and you kind of forget things, and maybe you have to redo a couple classes. Like, it's a pain. So just go in there and get it all done. But it was kind of hard for me because I visited Liberty before. It's in Virginia, by the way. So I visited that place before. It's actually where my mom went to college, and I wasn't a fan. I also don't really like the East Coast. I'm very much a West Coast girl. I don't like seasons. I don't really like kind of the rural countryside, you know, backwoods kind of feel of it in certain areas, which the place that Liberty's in is definitely like backwoods. Like, it's definitely it's a mountain town. It's very nature centered, so I'm not a fan of that. I'm like a big city girl, so in some areas I'm excited, in other areas not so much, but we'll just see. Oh my gosh, this chicken is so good. But how that, you know, relates to this channel is I'll be doing reactions, but I'll just have to feel out my living situation. So I'm moving into an apartment. I'm not living in a dorm. And I'm living with 5 other girls. So, woo! I don't want to say anything bad because I haven't met them. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. We'll have to see what their personality is like. Maybe I'm the bitch in the group and they're all lovely human beings. I don't know. So, yeah, we'll have to see about that. In their sweet and sour sauce, they put like peppers and like pineapple. It's so good. But I will have my own room, so it's not like I'm bunking with anyone. We all have our own rooms. Really the only things we share are bathrooms and the kitchen and the living room. You know, like that's a big thing. But so when I'm making videos, it'll have changed, the setting will change. I'll have to see what I can do, you know, to set up my camera and everything. But yeah, just want to let you guys know about that, because in like a couple weeks it'll all be new, it'll all be different. Also this semester I'm really trying to like, university, as we all know, is expensive as hell, and I'm really trying to get through my classes. So like I'm taking about 7 to 8 courses this semester, which is a heck of full load. That's about 18 hours. And I am working, so I will still be making videos, of course, but there's probably gonna be a lot of like little mini marathons, just like I did this last time, like where I gotta catch up on a lot of videos. But I have to keep making lists of things that are coming out. Like when I went on my trip this summer, I had to have a huge list of everything that came out, because so much stuff comes out, especially during the summer. And then I choose from that list, you know, what's most important to me, what I think other people would want to watch. So I'll have to do that this fall. But I'm really excited to get into videos this fall, because so many people are coming back, including EXO, and I'm just like, whew, I'm really excited. Another thing I'm excited for, DPRLIVE, he's coming on an American tour. I am going. I'm going to, it killed me because he is coming to Dallas. It's right on my front doorstep. But I'm going to be going to the New York one, because by the time he comes, I'll be in Virginia. And New York is about a 7-hour drive from Virginia. So, if anyone is going to the New York show, it's at this venue called Terminal 5. Please hit me up, because your girl will be alone in New York, and I'm not crazy about that. So if you're like in Virginia, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. But if you're like near me, or you live in New York and you just want to like meet up and hang out, that's cool with me. You know, the New York show is on a Friday, so I'll be driving up that same Friday, and then most likely, I don't know, I don't want to do this, but most likely I'll have to drive back the same night. So I did that once before with a friend of mine. I forget what the tour was called, but it's the one that she went on before, On the Run 2. And we saw that. It's about a 5-hour drive from Dallas to Houston, and we drove up there, and then on the same night we drove back because both me and my friend, we had classes at 8 a.m. the next morning, and it was like finals week. It was hectic. So I've done it once. I hopefully can do it again and not die. But yeah, just letting you guys know that in case you're in New York and you're going and you want to hang out or meet up. There's another big issue I really want to talk about right now. It's hot in the news, and if you follow me on my CUKpop on Twitter, then you would have known about it, and you would have really known about it if you followed my it's like, my regular everyday Twitter. I went off on that one. But HyunA and Edon. So your girl is so happy for them. Like, I couldn't imagine anyone better. My friend, he sent me a video, and it was like a fan cam of HyunA and Edon performing Roll Deep, but from far away it kind of looked like Junyoung from Highlight, and because they performed it together on stage before, and I thought, because my friend was like, oh my gosh, are they dating? And I thought it was Junyoung, and I got really excited because okay, like they work together, they're cute, like they're both grown ass adults, and I was like, oh wow, are they? That's great. And then I looked further, I looked closer, and I heard the voice, and it was Edon. And I don't know what came over me, but I got even more excited. Like, something about Edon is so perfect with HyunA. And she could have dated Joe Blow from down the street, and none of us knew him. I would still be happy for her. But like, I'm happy for both of them. And to make a long rant short, fuck anyone who's like against them. Like, that is such bullshit, and that's some entitled shit that I just can't get down with. Like, that makes me mad. And now people, Edon is already pulled out of like Japanese promotions with Pentagon, which I don't think it has anything to do with HyunA. It's got to do with like maybe health reasons, maybe timing, I don't know. But people that are against them are like so happy. They're like, yes, pull him out of everything. Like, this is another Super Junior moment that's just so ridiculous. And just, as a Westerner in America, like, there might be some relationships that we aren't happy with our celebrities, but I don't think anyone has ever thought to bring down someone's career because of it. Like, that's crazy. And it makes me really mad. So I hope the people that are in support of them really speak up and like let them know. To anyone going to KCON this year, I heard, so like Pentagon I think is performing, and then there's been a rumor that HyunA is going to be coming to sort of support Edon and Pentagon. If you're going to KCON LA, if you happen to see her, obviously don't scare her to death, but if you see her, if you see any of them, if you're going to the Pentagon fan meet and you're like high-fiving them or something, just like let them know in a quiet, respectful way, like you support the hell out of them, because that's what I would do. Like, that would be my mission. I don't know, the whole situation, it makes me really happy. I was on cloud 9 when HyunA released the news, but like, these haters are just kind of raining on the parade. It makes me angry. Another thing, so I saw this in a tweet today. There was no official website, there was no official like news, so I don't know if it's true or not. It wouldn't surprise me though. That basically Korea has put in place a law that doesn't let older Koreans like put off their enlistment any longer. So if you're born in 89 or 90, it's time to go. And so I saw that tweet today, and there was a list of kind of like all the big idols that will be leaving if this, if this law is passed and put through and everything. It's crazy, man. I didn't realize how many people are like that old. So like basically all of Highlight, Doojun, Junyoung, Yosub, Gigwan, they don't have to go. Of course Onu, but SHINee's been expecting that. Like we thought that by the end of this year Onu would enlist, so that's not quite as big of a shock. I'm really shocked about Highlight. I don't know why, because they're older. But FT Island's Hongki, Jonghoon, EXO's Xiumin, like XOLs, we're gonna know what to do. Like, oh my gosh. But EXO is getting up there, so like, bye Xiumin, sorry Minseok. Jungkook, Himchan from BAP, Vix's and Leo. I forgot just how old they were, and I saw that and I just nearly like melted. Like, oh my gosh, like that was wow. This also happens to be like almost all my biases. Like, are you kidding me? Junyoung from Highlight, Chansung from 2PM, but 2PM, you know, for the most part they're already enlisted, so like I'm for that. Xiumin used to be my bias, and EXO. Jonghyun from CN Blue, he's my bias. Leo's my bias, as you know. Infinite's Dongwoo, it's only Dongwoo that has to go. Like, I'm fucking standing all these people that are gonna be leaving, and it's killing me. So yeah, that's kind of a shock. But it's also interesting because if these groups decide to just, okay, we're gonna put everything on hold until our members get back, wow, like the power shift between the old legends, or you know, the seasoned veterans, and the rookies is gonna be major, because there's so many rookie groups coming out right now. And I think the thing that's holding them down is like people are staying true to the groups that they love, they know, they grew up with. But if these groups are not coming back for a couple of years, people either just not listen to K-pop, or they'll start getting into rookie groups. So it'll just be an interesting shift. But I thought that was kind of crazy. And they said that, you know, by the end of this year that they've got to enlist. So, dang, that's too soon. That's only like 4 months. What the fuck? And then I wanted to go through my fave comebacks this year. Wow, I'm so sorry. Did I really just say fave? My favorite comebacks this year. First of all, TVXQ. TVXQ for life. I still can't get over their new Chapter album. It's so damn good. It's so, like, it just shows their range, their talent, their, and like, I kind of thought that maybe it would take them a beat to kind of get back into things, and I thought this album was gonna be, it was gonna be good, but it wasn't gonna be their best. But it could easily contend with like Keep Your Head Down, Spellbound. Like, it's so good. It's so damn good. Please go listen to it. Another favorite of mine is Winner's comeback, and it's actually like TVXQ. I love the whole comeback. I love the videos and the album. And Winners, the album's good. It's kind of different. It's very hip-hop oriented for Winner, but I like the album. It's fine. But what really killed me was Every Day, the video. Like, that alone, if they were like, hey, we're just gonna release a single and not a whole album, would still be my favorite comeback of the year. Like, that, the Winner's comeback is so damn good. It's sharp, it's grown, it's like high production. YG did a very good job with them. Another favorite of mine, of course, SHINee. SHINee is my bias group, of course, so we all know how much I love them. And I've talked a lot about how much I appreciate the work and the effort that SM put into their comeback. I mean, it's about time. So I like the whole splitting up the album into 3 thing. I liked all the pictures, all the like kind of little backstory they used with the fox. Like, it was just all interesting, all great, just kind of another level of shiny, and I loved it. Now, these two are from the same company. Newest W and 17. Wow. 17's album, like You Make My Day. Beautiful album. I can't stop listening to it. Like last week, I literally listened to it every day of the week. I would listen to it when I was getting ready for work. I would listen to it on the way to work. I would listen to it after I got back home from work. Like, it was just on all the time. I love it. And Newest W's comeback and their video, oh my gosh, like, oh, it made me so happy and joyful and just like ecstatic to see them thriving, prospering. Like, I loved their comeback. Another comeback that I really enjoyed, which like, I don't know, I've been watching reactions to it and I feel like people preferred Dali over CC, but me personally, I love Dali. Again, watch my reactions to these videos. I've reacted to all these videos, but Dali was great. But CC, there's something about CC that was just like on a different level. It was a little more nuanced, and I really like the sound of it a lot more. And so that has been like my song of the summer. I know it just came out, but like, if that came out at the beginning of this summer, I would still be listening to it now. So like, I love this song so much. And I just love Hyolyn and her rise to, you know, being a solo artist and really learning how to do that by herself and starting her company, and I was just so proud of her. Just you go, Hyolyn, you go. I also am super proud of Sungri and Leo. Like, Sungri, he debuted. This is a comeback for him, but like, I don't know, like, he has so much going on in his life. He really could put music by the wayside, but he obviously loves it so much and wants to give his fans something, and like, he did that and he went all out, and it wasn't just some, you know, like, hey, I'm gonna give you like a little jewel case kind of a CD, and I'm gonna create this music video where I'm just standing here singing but nothing more. Like, he went all out, and I'm just so proud of him and all the work that he's done. And I'm also proud of Leo. Tumen Jingjongki, a reaction channel, they really made a good point. They reacted to Leo's touch and sketch, and after they made a really good point saying that, like, when Vix debuted, Leo was like a mute. Leo was silent. Leo never talked. Leo, you know, he kind of wanted to be back in the shadows, and it's so true. And then to look at him now with this solo debut, oh my gosh, like, he's just come leaps and bounds, and I'm so proud of him for doing that and putting in the work and like really taking a part in his music and his production, because man, like, he's an introvert, but to be a solo artist, you really can't be an introvert, and so you have to push yourself to this other level. I don't know, I'm just so proud of Leo for doing that, and it was an amazing point that Tumen Jingjongki made. Like, I never really thought about that, but yeah, he really did. Like, I don't know, he's been growing, I think, year by year, especially with Vix having so many comebacks and everything, but to make that final leap to be a solo artist, that's a big deal. So you go, Leo. And then one last comeback that I want to talk about. I used to do more Japanese reactions on this channel. Speaking of Japanese reactions, Super Junior's D&E has dropped, so go buy that. But I used to do more Japanese reactions, especially like when Taemin was coming out with his Japanese albums, but I haven't really done a whole lot this year. But one of my favorite Japanese albums was EXO's Countdown. I think that's what it's called. Was it Countdown? I thought it was Countdown. That album, wow, like insanely good. And I think I haven't listened to it in a couple weeks. There might be one song that, you know, was originally a Korean song and they made it for Japan. But like all the songs are original Japanese songs. Like they're for the Japanese public. And they're so good. They're crazy good. Like I can't get over the level that EXO are on. I think maybe their very first album, their debut album, is like my least favorite. Because there's like a couple songs on there that are kind of like eh, and then the rest of the songs are very eh. So like that might be the album that, you know, if you're like, if you have to get rid of, you know, one EXO album, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be their debut album. But the rest of EXO's discography, Korean and Japanese, is flawless. And there have been a couple of times where I've questioned EXO. Most notably in CUKpop and the War album. I wasn't feeling it for the longest time, and then I went back and I was like, what? This is incredible. And that's really been like the few times like I've really kind of like been a little disappointed with EXO, but then I don't know, like my mind changed. So I love all of EXO stuff, and I really love this Japanese album. It's so damn good. What I've also been noticing is Japanese things, not just K-pop in Japan, but like Japanese music is becoming a little more accessible. Like on iTunes, on YouTube, which I've always said is the problem with J-pop. Now if J-pop doesn't give a shit about the rest of the world knowing who their artists are and their music and their entertainment and their movies and stuff, well then good for them. Like then they don't need us. But I'm not saying they need us, but like then cool, like you do your own thing, Japan, you do it well and you do it for yourself. But if they're trying to expand, the problem is accessibility. Their videos are constantly blocked in America. They're just short snippets of things. You can't really find their movies very well. Like iTunes, like even 3 years ago, Japanese music on iTunes was almost non-existent. But like now, a lot of Japanese music has been put onto iTunes. One of my favorite singers, he's part of like a bigger boy band. It's this boy band called J-Soul Brothers. One of my favorite singers, Hirumi Tosaka, that's his name. Like he just recently dropped an album, and I have been able to find that album. Like that's like blown my mind, because a couple years ago I would have Japanese singers that I liked, and I would really only like maybe a couple of their songs, not because I didn't try to get into them, but like you literally couldn't find their album online or on iTunes. You'd have to like live in Japan to be able to listen to a full album of theirs. It was crazy. So Japan is really opening up their doors fairly quickly. I don't think they're gonna try to change their sounds in terms of music and change their sounds or their styles. Japan has a very set way of doing things in entertainment. So I don't think they're gonna try to change like that, like how K-pop's tried to change. But they're just trying to open their doors. I think they see what K-pop has done in the last couple of years, what that's done for Korea, like their economy. Lots of tourism has risen. People buying things from Korea because, you know, oh, my oppa or my uni, like they buy these things, so like I'm gonna buy them too. And I think Japan has seen that and is like, oh, maybe we should get in on this. So good for you, Japan. But I mean, all of this to say, go by EXO's countdown. This started with EXO and it turned into a little Japanese chat. So many good comebacks this year, and we haven't even gotten a lot of our heavy hitters yet. Obviously BTS has come back and they're going to be coming back again pretty soon. So, whoo, it's a lot, man. So I just wanted to get stuff out about what I'm doing this year, what's going on with this channel, and things in K-pop. In the comments down below, tell me your thoughts and opinions on HyunA and E'Dawn, and tell me your favorite comebacks of this year. I know it's not over. There's going to be a lot more by the end of this year, but so far, who's your favorites? What's been like the thing that you put on the most? And like this video, subscribe, follow me on Tumblr and Twitter. Those are down below. And please, 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 do not be afraid, do not think it's rude to thumbs down this. I've never done this before. It's a little weird for me. Obviously, there are full channels devoted to this. But if you didn't enjoy this, please let me know and I will never do it again. It's like, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. I would rather make videos that you guys enjoy to watch than like things that you thought were gross or weird or just a waste of time. So don't be afraid to thumbs down it, or to in the comments below say like, hey, this isn't for you, this isn't your channel. Like, it won't hurt my feelings. But thank you guys so much for staying with CUKpop today. I don't know, I just appreciate it so much, and I appreciate all of you guys following me and like commenting and, you know, giving me feedback or reaction requests and things like that. Like, I love it. Thank you so much, and have a good day.